Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Kadeem. For today's video, I'll be doing my first makeup challenge, and that is inspired by James Charles and Nikki Tutorials, and I'll link both their videos in the description box below, just so you can check those out if you want to. The challenge is doing my makeup in alphabetical order. Firstly, we'll be using my Beauty Bakery flour powder in yellow to bake my nose and cheekbones. I'm taking a damp Beauty Bakery blending egg for that application. I woke up Seb and got him to change the settings on his camera just because I didn't know what I was doing. So next is blush, and I'll be using my Bare Minerals Gen Nude in Pink Me Up. And like James did, he applied quite a lot just so hopefully it will shine through the foundation, so I'm going to try to do that. Next is bronzer, but I kind of use a bronzer as a contour. I'm going to skip bronzer and then just use that to contour with, which I usually do. So my next step now is concealer. I'm just going to wipe this bake off first because I'm not concealing with this on my face. And for concealer, I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 40. I look ridiculous. Next is my contour, and I'll be using my Beauty Bakery Piece of Cake blush palette, and I use the shade Slice. Next is eyeshadow. I don't even know what I'm going to use. I might just go for just a soft eye look. So actually, I'm not too sure whether I just use this as my eye primer because it's white and it makes colours really pigmented. But I've heard the James Charles one does work weird with concealers, but this isn't a concealer, so hopefully it may be okay. I'm gonna find out anyway. I completely forgot eyebrows comes first, so I'll quickly blend out this and then I'll do my brows. I'm just getting too excited over this palette now, aren't I? So for brows, I've used my Beauty Bakery Brownie in dark brown. Go back out on that kind of out of the wing it out slightly more. I'm just going to wipe any excess off and just blend up. so there's no harsh lines. And the tip is with eyeshadow, just keep on blending until you're happy. Like, people ask me like, how do I like do my eyeshadow? And it takes me ages just because I spend most of the time just blending and blending and blending, just to make sure it is all seamless and no lines. Obviously there's a line right there, but I ain't finished yet. I'm going to take a little bit of 518 again and kind of stamp it right next to Rested. Oh, that is a very nice orange. So I'm almost in a cut crease, but not actually cutting the crease, avoiding that bit, so it's a bit more of a messy kind of eye, rather than it all pristine and like pulled. Next I'll be using B, and I'll be putting that kind of on the inner side of the lid. I might apply that with my finger as well, just because sometimes I just prefer, especially in the inner corner, I think applying a shadow with your finger just really helps pigment. Like, you see what I mean? Like, all these fancy brushes are good, but sometimes the finger does best. Let's blend it out between B and 518. I'm going to do the next eye off camera and I'll be back when that one's all finished. So that's the other eye all complete. So next step is foundation. I've used mine Fenty Beauty in the shade 340. So yeah, I'm blending this one out with my NYX buffing brush. And so just blend it down your neck too. I wouldn't willingly look like this. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's not wearable. Definitely not. Maybe when I've done my powder it might kind of sort it out. But yeah, so next is highlight, and I was going to use my Becca highlighter in the shade Opal, but now I've got my James Charles palette, I'm going to be going back in and using the highlight shade Face, which is this one here. Look at that highlight. Next step is lashes. You all know I hate applying my lashes on camera because I'm not very good at it. But I just want to prove that I'm not cheating, and I will be putting lashes on before mascara, which again, duh. This is why I don't apply my lashes on camera, because I just can't do it. Yeah, honestly, if you actually seen how long it took me to apply lashes, you would understand why I don't ever really film myself doing it. So next on the list is lips, and I'll be taking my CYO lip liner in Trippier. So everyone can tell I love this lip liner, because it's so close to my natural skin tone, but then it also has like a mauvey kind of tinge to it, which I really like. And then I'll be going with my Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. It just enhances what's already there rather than adding like colour. Next is mascara, and I'll be using Beauty Bakery Icing Mascara. Actually, that don't look too bad adding mascara afterwards. See, everyone knows I love this mascara because it is very I mean, look, it's there, but it's natural. Those lashes like not stuck down, like jigger and eat your heart out. Oh, I'll give up a bit. I'm just gonna ignore that. It's coming off in a minute anyway. Then next is powder. So again, I'll be using my Beauty Bakery flower powder. You know, sponge, dab it on the back of your hand. Some of you may be confused, like, how this isn't baking, like I done earlier. Basically with baking, what you do is you put a lot on and leave it there and brush it away. Whereas what I do is I press it into the skin, and then I will go over with a brush afterwards to make sure there's like any little excess off. But it's different to baking because you kind of press this in the skin, whereas with baking, let it sit on top of the skin for like a good couple minutes. Like, I probably am putting a little bit too much on for this. It's because I just want to try and brighten up my foundation because I'm so orange. And then just take a little brush. And then swirl it around the rest of my face. That actually has kind of helped the colour a little bit, but still questionable. So the last step is setting spray, and I'll be using my Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Spray. Here's the finished look. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Is it wearable? If I used a different foundation that was actually matching my shade, then yes. Otherwise, no. I definitely needed my concealer on top to brighten up the foundation. The palettes I had colour-wise were good, but they weren't like spectacular, and there was a lot of things I couldn't do just because I didn't have the right colours, like purples, pinks, and especially red. The reds I had were just a bit naff, where I finally now have a red that I can do like a true red. Hopefully you guys like this video and give it a thumbs up, and yeah, please subscribe to my channel, and if you'd like to, if you press the notification bell below, then you will get notified every time I do post an upload. And yeah, I've been really slack, and I want to try and do at least 2 uploads a week, which I'm going to force myself to do. I have got some exciting news coming up, and I will be discussing that in my next video, so stay tuned.